What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So first off, we have Digimon X Antibody Across Time, sitting at $8.22. Since it is pre-release Friday, means all these cards are going to start hitting market next week. But we can expect a good amount of these cards just sitting here. I think a lot of these actually have the cards in stock. People do get boxes early just because of how, the pre-release event happens. They get it all set up. Digimon X Across Time, about $8. People are buying in the $10 range. I would not be investing into it like that because it's only a 2 of. And we know what happens with these kind of cards. It should drop down, but I could be wrong, and it might be $8 is the lowest it's going to go, but we'll have to see by next week. Next Friday will definitely be a game changer. Digimon X Antibody BT12, looking like 15 euros. Wow, crazy expensive on the Europe side. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. It's going to come down. We have Marcus Across Time BT12 dipping down a bit here. We're looking like $3.15, actually like $4, but I wouldn't invest into it like that. I don't see it being that expensive. I see it maybe like a $2 card, if that. Mostly sometimes, especially seeing that this card actually has a alternate art, if I remember correctly, in the set with his Agumon partner. So to be honest with you, this being this expensive doesn't make sense. Don't invest into it. Marcus BT12, like about €2.50, or like €2.40. Kind of in the ballpark where I would expect him to be, but it'll probably definitely come down on the Europe side, being only like 10 cents, just how Europe works. Digimon X Antibody Across Time BT12, dips out, nothing here. People are paying, $5 for it. It is a definitely necessary card for those Machinedramon decks, and quite powerful. As long as you don't run into a Arrestramon or you don't just play a Tamer down, you're kind of decently fine even in the Arrestramon matchup. This is where you want to have more Mega Dramons to validate the play style, because you want to kill more Tamers than anything. But Digimon X Antibody is still really solid. Then on the Europe side, we're looking like a $10 card up to 16, really still fluctuating to overpriced value. Digimon Fighter Mode Alternate Art Across Time BT12, $40 is kind of expensive. I wouldn't invest into that. This card's going to definitely come down. The deck isn't that playable out of all the decks. It's not as fast as it should be. I mean, it can still do the Imperial Dramon thing. It's going to OTK you in a way, but we'll have to see if that goes the long way. Fighter Mode on the Europe side, €30. Okay. Arrestramon Superior Mode Across Time. So this one we wanted to talk about because this is one of the probably more chased cards, and I think between this one and Digimon X, you should expect their alternate arts to be one of the more valued cards, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. Yes, we have the gold rare of Bagramon and Superior Mode. Do I think that's going to make any difference? No. I think this is pretty much, it's going to be up between Arrestramon and Digimon X to be the value for their alternate arts, in my opinion. But we'll have to see if I make the right call here. Superior Mode is looking like not a bad card. No, not a bad card. €15, €12. Okay. And then we have Quartzmon Across Time. Quartzmon could be like the third, for its alternate art, be the third most expensive. And, Quartzmon seems to be easily pulled by what we've been seeing on videos so far. Not terrible. We're looking like $7. Not bad at all. Europe side, way overly priced for €13 kind of range. Not worth it. Mirai is going a little bit down, boys and girls. It's been seeing some buy-ins though. People are buying it slowly and actually consistently here. If you guys have a reason for Mirai hype still holding this strong, I don't think this is one of those cards that long game you kind of just expect to be expensive. I mean, if let's say Mastemon gets another better round of support, maybe a cheaper version of Mirai or something like that, or something that just makes the deck function a little bit better. I think Mirai being a 5 cost is quite expensive just to gain 1 memory and then maybe get useful to be able to play, you know, a Lady Devi or Angelomon when you Digiball to go into your Mass Day. I get it. There are potentials and stuff like that, but you still have to have all Exodia pieces to actually make this work. So, $10 and down, not terrible. Europe side looking, wow, almost bought out on the Mirais. Okay, €10 to €12 range. Wow, crazy. Rina going up, boys and girls. She had a dip down session. I wish I picked her up at the $40 range. I should have. But it looks like she's going to go up for a while. If All Force doesn't do well by BT14, I do expect this card to drop. If All Force isn't like dominating and isn't really just going all out, I'm going to be honest with you, I expect this to drop excessively much. Europe side, though, let's look. In the €40 range. Okay. And then goes to 60. 60 to €40 range isn't terrible. I mean, I would accept €40 range actually quite fine. Metal Greymon Cross Encounter, BT10. Going up. This card is going up for a multitude of reasons. It's semi-decent in the format that it's in when we get into BT11. I mean, BT12. But EX4 around the corner, definitely going to change this up, and this deck's going to go nuts. So just keep that in mind when it comes down to it. I think that's just going to be very vital information. Europe side, though, dipping down. About €8 to €10 range. Not terrible. Magna Angemon. Second anniversary. Card is finally just stabilizing around the $20 range. Kind of expected. You know, you get 1 per box. I don't believe these are near mint foils. They are very hard to pull out of that box, and if you are super careful, maybe you'll get them out, but there are just, be cautious on near mints. They might be a little bit bet, depending on the seller too. Only do very trusted sellers that you know wouldn't damage the card pulling that out. Magna Angemon on the Europe side looking like €19, about to €20, and then jumps up to €30 pretty quickly. I mean, it is what it is. The card is good. I wouldn't expect this to stay up, though. It's going to definitely fall down, even all across Magna Angemon, because Setcon is probably falling off in BT12 and going forwards. Bloomlord Cross Encounters. Us jumping up. This card is expected to be one of the best decks because Bloom Hydra Quartz is just nutty. The deck is just powerful as can be. And just with Quartzmon being Quartzmon, you have really a lot of hard times ahead of you. Bloomlord for BT10, though, looking like not terrible. We're looking at €5, €4, 7. They're kind of getting to our range pretty quickly, I gotta say. Labramon Tamer Party Volume 7 going down. We're good to see this. I like to see her drop. You know, being $10 isn't terrible. About $10 isn't terrible. This is great for purple decks. I think this is going to be a decent one because just being able to delete one of your opponent's level 3s for an on play. That means if you're playing, you know, let's go with the fact we're playing, guess what deck? Mervacross. This Labramon can definitely help you out because then you could kill off one of their you know, Psychmons or some variant of a Solarmon, anything like that that would prevent you from being able to do anything, as long as you have the purple tamer in play, deleting one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, you know, can help you out. So I feel like Larbomon is going to be a staple, or at least a playable card for the near future, especially since it's an on-play skill, which is pretty decent. Europe side, let's go. They're a lot cheaper than us. They're in the €4 range, kind of decently acceptable. Then we have Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. This card is going down. I would expect this to dip down sooner than later, to be honest with you. What do I mean by this? I keep expecting, don't invest into this right now. Maybe if you see this for like $10 hit the market, pick it up then. Outside of that, not worth it. I think right now there's no hints at this going to be the next big thing, and we know that BT14 is nothing revolving around this, so just keep that in mind. Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode EX3, looking like €20 going down. Well, they start, I say about €25 range is kind of like their decent cap, and then it gets ridiculous once it hits 30s. So after 25, it's like a $13 to $25 card. Then we have Galactimon Alternate Art. So why am I showing this? The difference is only like dollars now for Galacticmon fans. So definitely worth probably picking up Galacticmon, to be honest with you. So just something to think about there. I mean, if you guys have hope that this deck is going to be decent enough, it just needs some more rounds of support. The promo really did help the deck out. I think it needs a couple more rounds of support, and this deck can just go off. So that's just me. Then on the Europe side, we're looking like €20. They are a little bit more expensive, but not too terribly. Alphonimon Fall Down Mode Alternate Art is 32, and it just plateaued. It's been on a rise for a hot second, and then it plateaued. I would expect this to start dipping down. I wouldn't invest into this card just yet for this $34 range. I expect this to start falling down, just because until we see a resurgence, and that won't happen till, I'm going to say, we get these star cards, ace cards. And what do I mean by the ace cards? Magnamon Ace is definitely going to be worth its value. Right now, though, it's not worth it, just because you just don't have you don't get that much value out of the deal here. Right now, this card SetCon is just a little too slow, and just responsive timing is just not great, because again, most decks now have a way of trashing your security without batting an eye, and there's like no punishment for it. Alphonimon Fall Down Mode on Europe side, crazy expensive. I mean, it goes right from 40 all the way to 50 without even batting an eye. So expect this to dip down probably once we get into BT12. Agumon X Antibody Alternate Art. It got to 50 and now it's coming down. There's only a few copies here on the market. Nothing you can get a full playset with that easily. But hey, we'll have to see what happens. Plateaued here on the Europe side, €40. Not terrible. Takuya Box Topper going up. This is just because Red Hybrid support is making this deck hyped. And I mean, why wouldn't you be hyped about it? The deck is really solid, really strong. Definitely worth its bang for its buck. Europe side looking like a €4 to €6, €7 card. It goes right to 7 very easily. It caps at €25, but crazy enough. I mean, hey, it is a very playful deck. It is one of the contenders for top decks of the format, so definitely. Oh, Omnimon Merciful Mode Alternate Art. Why are we talking about this? This card actually is getting hype behind it for multitude of reasons. One, this card fits into almost every color palette between besides, black and purple. So this is definitely used for matchups that are very annoying. And what do I mean by very annoying matchups? Well, Beelzemon X. This helps and counters that matchup and helps to make it a little more playable because you get to basically delete one of their Digimon and then basically send 10 to the bottom. A well-timed Merciful mode can really set everything off, and then being able to do a free trash is really nice. But what's really nasty is that for each Mega in its traits in this Digi-Evolution, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon. You only do place one set of 10, but you can at least kill multiple Digimon in one go, which can lead to being very powerful skills. And what's really nasty is you get to send back cards. So if they have on deletion skills, as long as you send that one card on the top that had all the deletion skills to the bottom of the deck, everything fizzles. There's really nothing of value on that at play. Omnimon Merciful mode, alternate art, let's get to it. On the Europe side, looking like a $12 to $20 Euro card. I mean, hey, kind of expected. Card is great for the purple matchups, and especially since we are going to be seeing more and more purple, people are speculating this might be the play to be able to play their other decks. War Greymon X Antibody, alternate art, going up. Expect this to go up. There's no reason for it not to be honest with you. Europe side looking like 22 euros and going up to 36. Expected to be expensive. And that's about all for this market watch, boys and girls. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and good luck on your pre-release polls this weekend. So guys, I'll catch you next one. Peace!